So the 2016 mission, I've almost died in this country. We've been in tons of firefights. There wasn't really anything left to prove. Once you get in a good enough fight, you are always chasing that adrenaline rush, that brush with death. And so you're constantly chasing the dragon. So I had an opportunity to go back to Afghanistan in 2016 with a different company. They needed an 18 Charlie. And it's like, well, I'm an 18 Charlie, found a lot of IEDs. So I would like to go. And so that deployment right there, I caught the dragon. It was a mission in Baghlan province. And that mission alone, I ended up just myself. I found 14 IEDs. My Afghan counterparts found over 50. We had been in multiple firefights, multiple ambushes, and I caught the dragon that mission. Yeah.
And I know you said earlier you loved explosions. I mean, you had explosions too, you know?
Oh man, just from the beginning, when we infilled in, we were getting ready to hit our first objective. And to get to this objective, you had to go through an orchard. And everyone knows in Afghanistan, orchards are super bad news. Booby traps, whatever. So as we started moving through this orchard, and again, I'm up front because I'm an 18 Charlie and I got my Afghans with me. We are looking for IEDs, and we hit a tripwire IED in the very front. So we hear this loud snap. So everyone hits the deck like you're supposed to. And it's like, sniper, like anyone hit, like we're good. Well, we're trying to get this fishing line off us. Like, what is all over us? And we realize, we just hit a tripwire IED at chest level. It's like, crap, man. And it didn't go off. The blasting cap went off, but the actual wall charge didn't go off. And if it would have killed us all because it was just bolts, nails, nuts, everything. It's like, okay. So keep pushing on. Like, adrenaline rush. All right. Calm down. Mission hasn't even started yet. Haven't even hit the first objective. Calm down. Whew. Okay. Still got to make it to this compound. Move probably about 20 more feet. And I see this movement. This figure darts across this open area. It's like, whoa, what was that? So your gun comes up. And next thing I know, this burst of flame comes out of the wall. And it's about 20 meters from me. And it's a PKM. So a PKM machine gun. So 7.62 just starts all around us. Rounds are coming in everywhere. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So they can't see us, but we can see them. We have night vision. And then, they also, I didn't realize this, they also had limited night vision. So this PKM opens up, and then this entire side of the compound wall opens up. AKs just blasting at our position. So and under night vision, it just flashes everywhere. You got AK over here, and then RPG fires off. It's like, holy shit, man. We're pinned down in the orchard, and the remainder of the element was still making their way to the orchard because you clear ahead of the main element. And so they're pinned down too because the Taliban had put up what we call a L-shaped ambush. Pretty good. And so we're cut off in the orchard. And then over ICOM chatter, they're saying, hey, there's an American. He has the flashing helmet. And so I had an IR strobe or an infrared strobe on my helmet, which you can't see unless you have night vision. Well, the Taliban commander had night vision. So he was trying to put fires down on me. He was trying to coordinate fires onto me. And and they yelled on the radio. They're like, Ryan, get that IR strobe off your helmet. It's, oh shit. So I tore it off and I threw it, as close as I can get to where the PKM was at to help our JTAC coordinate an airstrike onto that machine gun position. But yeah, we were pinned down and RPG after RPG after RPG, and I caught the dragon. It was the most intense, adrenaline, scary. I mean, scary is not even the right word for it. Death, something, whatever a word is for being so scared that you go off of Muscle memory. Yep. That's what we were pinned down in that orchard. And it did. I mean, we couldn't get approval to drop because my position from where the first machine gun was at was 20 meters. So that's not only danger close, that's extremely danger close. Like you're going to drop on your own dudes. And finally get approval to drop, because if we don't drop, Ryan's dead. And so we were able to drop. Boom, first bomb goes off, and it rocked me. Like I'm trying to stand up, I keep falling over. The only thing I can equate it to is being drunk. But this was like a drunk, like your skeleton leaves your body, slaps you in the face, then re-enters your body. It was weird, but 500-pound bomb dropped 17 meters from my position. And finally it's like, all right, get the guys, fall back to where the main element's at, drop another couple bombs. All right, assault the compound. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy cow, I got this liquid coming out of my ears, and what is going on, man? Things are spinning, but you're in combat. And so muscle memory takes over, and you're just left, right, left, right, left, right, same way you do in training, which is why we train the way we do. And that was the beginning of the mission. And so we ended up clearing all of the village. I think it was called Nyazula. We ended up clearing all of the village. We get to our LOA, or our limit of advance. I think it was like 1400, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's like, all right, hey, let's get up on MWE, men, weapons, and equipment. And then we're going to fall back to the vehicles. We've cleared the village, mission complete. And there was IEDs everywhere. There was tunnels, there was fighting positions, there was World War I style trenches. I was just like, holy cow. I mean, were you guys expecting anything? Maybe. Yeah. But we're at the LOA, and one of the commandos, Afghan commandos, comes up to me with a Terp, and he's like, hey, we have word, we're seeing people that are coming this way. It's like, what do you mean people? Are they women and children? Are they men? There's no children. Okay. All right. Hey guys, we need to wrap this up. We need to go. But at this point in time, we're trying to let the Afghan army know, like, hey guys, you're going to have to hold this area. It's ancient in warfare. Take ground, you hold it. Nope. We don't want to hold it. Well, then why are we here? You have to. So anyways, so we're having this debate with Afghan forces at the time. And this commando, he's like, hey, like the army, they can do whatever they want, but we need to leave now, because we have word. There's a lot of guys coming in this direction, a lot of somebody. They're not children, and we keep seeing them and then not seeing them. And so tunnel system. And then it's like, hey, I told the team sergeant, like, hey man, we need to roll. This is what's going on. And it was like within a matter of seconds, the entire tree line, the entire mud wall that was, 50 feet in front of us, everything just erupted in flames, and PKM, RPGs, sniper fire, and dudes were dropping, and we just went for cover. You're not worried about concealment, just cover. I need to get out of this line of fire, and then we need to, we need to fight back with overwhelming fire superiority, and we need to take the advantage, the upper hand. And it's like, how do we get that? Well, with air support. Okay, great. What's that? We can't drop bombs? Well, why? Oh, you don't know who's who because they're in our lines. It's like, oh shit, man. So we're going to have a fist fight here. And so we did. I mean, we went 45 minutes without being able to drop bombs. Now planes would do show of force. That's when they fly over and they'll shoot flares or whatnot like that, or do low flyovers. But we had stumbled into a Taliban training camp, and crazy enough, we surprised them and they surprised us. And so we're duking it out with these dudes. And we didn't have our air support. And then we start to get casualties coming in. And then you get that dreaded call over the radio, eagle down, eagle down, eagle down. And that's when an American's been hit. Whether he's KIA, whether he's WIA, you don't know. And so eagle down it's a horrible thing to hear. Horrible. It stops your heart. And so it's like, okay, we got Americans down. And then over the radio again, eagle down, eagle down. And then the radio again, eagle down, eagle down. It's like, holy shit, dude, dudes are getting hit. We're starting to try and figure out, like, we need to set up a CCP or a casualty collection point. We got to start getting these wounded dudes in here. We got to start getting these dead in here. So CCP's over here. All right, CCP's over here. Well, my buddy, Frankie, and I, we're still up in the front. So we don't see all this going on behind us because we were in the front, which is where the 18 Charlies are. And so now all of a sudden we hear that the most dreaded sound for Green Berets, and I'm pretty sure for SEALs and MARSOC and everybody else too, is the thump of a mortar leaving the tube. And you're like, oh shit, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5. Boom. So the mortar explodes up behind us. We're like, holy cat, man. 50 meters behind us, like shit. Thump. 1,000, 2, 1,000. The mortar explodes in front of us. Well, shoot long, shoot close, and then split the difference, and they're going to bracket you in. So now it's like, hey, we need to leave now. And so we had like 3 wounded Afghans with us. So we're doing this duck walk through this trench because every time your head gets stuck up, they take shots at you. And we knew there was no IEDs in it because it was like a foot of water. So, and I know maybe, I don't know of any underwater IEDs that they've created, but I was fairly certain we weren't going to hit an IED with a foot of water in the ditch. So we make it to the first CCP. It's like, okay, all right, let's get these wounded dudes offloaded. Hey, where do you guys need us? Find work. You got it. Security. And then we start taking rounds into the CCP. And we look over, and there's a 2-story building, and they're hitting us with sniper fire from that building. So we're returning fire. Well, the building's far enough away, we can drop on it. So now we got bombs on target. Okay, Taliban knows we have bombs on target now. So now we can start to, turn the tide of the battle, because at this point we're getting our asses kicked. But we got to move to CCP because we hit that building, but then we start taking fire from a different point. And so we know there's a tunnel system around there somewhere. So we find another area for the CCP, which is running across the fatal funnel again, that road where all the rounds are coming from. And then we find this building that we can secure that has an open field that we can also secure and start getting helicopters down to get the wounded and the dead out. So, okay, secure the CCP. All right. Hey, we're dropping bombs. We've distinguished the lines between Taliban and us. We're actually, once you start putting bombs down, they're going to start to hide. Good. All right. This is our time to pull back. We need men, weapons, and equipment. Not so much weapons and equipment. We need men, head count. All right. Americans, all accounted for. Good. Afghans, we have 3 missing. Shit. Well, you can't leave guys behind. Nobody gets left behind. So what do? Well, we got to go get them. So it's back down that road again. Rounds going off everywhere. It's that fatal funnel again, and we're looking for dudes. So we go back to the old CCP. Boom, found 1 guy. Okay, now we were missing 2. Where was the last time, my Afghan counterpart, Abe, where did we see him last? Well, shit, the last time I saw him was at the footbridge 500 meters up this road that seems to be attracting a whole lot of firepower down it. Why? Because it's aiming stakes. You got the left and right limit of the road. Anything in between it, shoot it. Simple. So it's like, all right, how are we going to do this? And our JTAC, our combat controller, he's like, all right, dude, let me tell you what we're going to do. I got 2 Apaches. They're going to fly in over the road, and they're going to start gunning up things. We are going to run behind the Apaches to where you think Abe is at, because I'm pretty sure he's there. And we're going to recover these last 2 Afghans, and we're going to leave, because the Afghans wouldn't go back after him. They were like, inshallah. It's like, no, those are soldiers. We're going to go get them. Nobody gets left behind. I don't care. And so he's like, all right, Apache's inbound. You guys ready? We got 1 shot at this because we're not worried about them running out of ammo. They're almost bingo on fuel. That's a bad thing. So it's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, boom. Apaches are coming in. Guns are going. 2.75 rockets, whatever. And it's like, all right, we're good. Run. And I'm like, please leg, hold up. Please leg, hold up. If there's one time I need you to hold up, it's right now. And we're just sprinting down this road, and we get to the bridge, and I look down in the ditch, and Abe and then our missing commando are there, and they're dead. So we, yeah. So we recover Abe, and it was hard. I mean, 200-pound man, soaking wet in blood. Blood is very slick, and it's very hard to grab onto a person, especially when you're getting shot at. So we get the commando and we get Abe out, and we start to move back. And we've turned the tide. Air support is pounding the crap out of Taliban reinforcements coming in. And so get everybody back. So now we have all men. Nobody got left behind. And yeah, we pulled back, and we're able to get back to our fire base. And at the end, we had 18 Afghans wounded in action, 10 Afghans killed in action, and 4 Americans wounded in action. So it was we caught the dragon.
Man,
Yeah.
that just it boggles my mind. I mean, in the sense, I know you mentioned no man left behind,
Yep.
but were there any points where they're like, every American's accounted for, we're good?
So I've served with some Afghans that would have died 5,000 times over again to recover an American, 100%. No, there was never a question. The question was brought up about, hey, is there another way to do this? But there wasn't. We have air support on our side right now. It's going to be dark in a couple hours. We have to do this now. We have to go get them now. Yes, it's dangerous. It doesn't matter. No one gets left behind. So no, it was never about, hey, should we go get them? It was, hey, how do we do them? How do we go and get them? And that's what the argument ensued until finally the JTAC was just like, hey guys, look, Apaches are inbound now. Let's go. It's like, roger that. Combat controller said, let's go. We're fucking moving. And because they control all air. They're brilliant. They're a death orchestra. They're heroes. Finally got to a point to where it's like, hey, look, man, you can plan something out. Excruciating details in the first round that's fired across your face. That plan goes to shit. And I'm pretty sure it could be the same in corporate too. You can plan something out into excruciating, details until that first frago or fragmentation comes in where there's like, well, we didn't think that was going to happen. Then that whole plan is gone to shit. Sometimes you just have to say, hey, bring in the Apaches. We're sprinting behind them. We're going to go get these dudes. Yep. And that's what we did. So no, whether we were going to get them, no, that wasn't the question. It was how.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, so you catch the dragon. Are you ready to go home?
No, because now I want to catch his brother. And so I just kept riding this combat high and riding it. And, I went back to Afghanistan. That was 16. I went back 17, 18, and 19 as a Green Beret. And then I went back 20, and I got home in July of 21 as a defense contractor. And you're just still looking for that high, that combat high, that distinct 762 crack that just puts your adrenaline into a ride that no drug will ever give you. And it's that I survived. Now I want to survive again and again and again. And it's dangerous. I don't know how it works, but I do know that it is an issue right now with veterans. Yeah. And it's a very dangerous issue because there are people that are trying to get that high through any means available, including wrecking and losing their own lives to do it.